Hit that subscribe button right now, or every time you microwave something, it'll explode. They were supposed to be extinct, or at least smaller.
That is insane.
But the cameras don't lie.
Look at this thing.
Across jungles, rivers, and villages,
Where did this thing come from?
giants have been caught moving where no creature that size should. Stay alert. What you're about to see will challenge everything you thought you knew about snakes. Wall python. A few years ago, a video went viral on social media shared by Indian Forest Officer Susanta Nanda, showing a massive reticulated python slithering over the outer wall of someone's house. The thing looked like it came straight out of a movie, way bigger than your average snake, thick-bodied and slow-moving as if it owned the place. People online couldn't stop talking about it. Some said it was shedding its skin. Others thought it had just finished eating. Either way, seeing a snake that size near your house is something no one's ready for. Tree climber. In the quiet suburb of Manly, people couldn't believe their eyes. A huge python was making its way up a tree, wrapping its thick body around the branches like it owned the place. Residents just stood there, frozen, phones out, trying to capture every moment of the massive snake. It wasn't being aggressive, but was just super chill, like it knew it had the whole area under its control. Whether you thought it was cool or creepy, one thing was for sure. This python made everyone pause before stepping outside that day. Anaconda invades. While out for his evening walk in a small town, a local was shocked to find a surprise guest in his usual spot. It was a giant anaconda. This thing was huge, stretching out long with a thick, muscular body that slid across the grass without a care for who was watching. It's wild how even in quieter places, nature's big guys can totally catch us off guard. Can you imagine stumbling upon a snake that big? Let us know what you think below. Congo encounter.
And I would say the snake I saw there was close to 50 foot.
Talking of Titanoboa, we've another case that still haunts the internet. Back in 1959, a Belgian pilot named Colonel Remy van Lierde was flying over the Congo when he saw something that still sparks debate to this day. From his helicopter, he spotted a massive snake slithering through the jungle. He claimed it was easily over 100 feet long and about 3 feet wide. The thing even lunged at the helicopter when they tried to circle it. One of the soldiers managed to snap a photo, and that picture still floats around the internet. Some people call it proof. Others call it a story that got a little too big. But whatever it was, that pilot swore he'd never seen anything like it in his life. The flood serpent.
น่าจะติดที่อะไรแล้วก็ตายจมน้ำตาย
After relentless rain in southern Thailand, floodwaters rose, and with them came something unexpected. Locals were shocked to spot a massive snake drifting through the murky current, its sheer size dominating the scene. Believed to be a reticulated python, the creature moved effortlessly against the flow, surfacing long enough for people to capture its scale on video. Even from a distance, its body seemed endless, vanishing into the brown water below. Authorities quickly warned residents to stay away, but by the time they arrived, the serpent had disappeared. Some say it was washed away by the current. Others think it simply returned to where it came from. Wrangling giant.
So grab the head, a little bit higher, Johnny, or you're gonna get bitten.
In the middle of a flooded grassland, Forrest and his team were out searching for a giant anaconda, and they definitely found one.
Right here. See, under the bushes. Look. Snake.
The plan was to study it up close, but things got intense real quick. The snake was over 19 feet long and weighed nearly 300 pounds. After a few failed attempts, they finally managed to hold it steady long enough to take measurements and collect some data. They even took a few scales to help estimate its age, which they believed was much older than most wild anacondas. Once they were done, they let the giant slip back into the water. Honestly, letting it go was definitely the right call. The river giant. These guys were out fishing in the Columbia River, expecting a normal day, maybe a few decent catches, and a couple of beers. But what they hooked that day was far from ordinary. It took them over an hour to reel the thing in, and when it finally surfaced, everyone just froze. It was a massive sturgeon, nearly 10 feet long and weighing around 600 pounds. You could see the disbelief on their faces. This wasn't the kind of fish you find in freshwater every day. After snapping a few photos and shooting a quick video, they did the right thing, released it back into the river. A once-in-a-lifetime catch that no one in that boat will ever forget.
Giant, dude.
I'm gonna get under.
It's huge.
Let's move her in deep water so we can get her under us, alright?
Yeah, and then lay back.
River Titan. A few tourists near a river spotted something. At first, it looked like a regular day by the water. The ripples were chill, and an alligator's snout barely peeked above the surface. But then, something felt off. Its size just didn't sit right. As the camera slid underwater, the real monster came into view. This wasn't just any alligator, it was a living nightmare. A beast that made even the toughest people take a step back. What was lurking beneath was ancient and powerful. Anyone close enough could feel it. This wasn't their turf anymore. Village serpent. It started like any other morning until the villagers saw something. A gigantic serpent, so long it blocked the village road, just appeared out of nowhere. Nobody had the guts to chase after it. They just stood there and watched it disappear back into the fields. Some folks said it had always been lurking around, just waiting for the right moment to show itself. But that morning, for reasons nobody could figure out, it decided to make an entrance. Ever since then, no one walks that path alone anymore. Giant spider. Trail cameras have a way of showing what our eyes often miss, and this time they caught something straight out of a nightmare. Deep in the forests of California, one such camera picked up movement that didn't look ordinary at all. A massive spider, its long legs creeping through the undergrowth, appeared in the footage. It wasn't a trick of light or a shadow. It moved slowly, steadily, and almost hunting. For locals, it was the first time anyone had ever seen something like that in those woods. And it makes you wonder, if one camera caught this, what else might be lurking out there, just beyond the trees? Amazon monster. Now this one's a story that's been circulating among locals near the Amazon River. Some hunters claim they came across an enormous anaconda, so massive it could have easily swallowed a dozen cows. The thing's size was almost unbelievable. According to them, it had eaten something way too large, possibly even an elephant. Yeah, that's what they said. Of course, no one's confirmed it for sure, but the hunters swore on their lives they saw it. Whether exaggerated or not, one thing's certain. Deep in the Amazon, there are creatures that remind us how little we really know about what's still out there. Crane lift. In Dominica, locals couldn't believe their eyes when a gigantic snake was discovered deep in the rainforest. The authorities had to call in a crane to lift it out, and even that heavy machinery shook under the weight of the massive snake. This colossal serpent was still alive, wriggling and coiling as they pulled it from the thick bushes. Once the video hit the internet, it went viral right away, and everyone started chatting about whether Titanoboa, the giant snake from way back, might actually still be around. For a lot of folks, this wasn't just some wild find. It felt like proof that there are still legends lurking right under our feet. Deep sea serpent. A group of explorers diving deep underwater thought they were just documenting marine life until something huge moved beneath them. It wasn't a shark or a whale, but a massive snake gliding through the water, easily 18 feet long and weighing over 300 pounds. The divers followed it cautiously, filming every second while trying not to get too close. Its body stretched out so far that the tail seemed endless. disappearing into the blue. When the footage went online, people were quick to argue if it was real or not. But one thing's certain, everyone on that dive swore what they saw wasn't a normal snake.